Hello? Is this working? It is. Hi Woody. Hi everybody. Good morning. How are we doing? How are we doing this morning? If you read the stream title, you'll probably know. Hi Woody, you'll know that I have a lovely new PC. So what we've got here is my second PC that I'm currently capturing, which is a brand new install of Cities with all the settings turned up so we can actually play on high settings and stuff. With almost like everything turned on except for motion blur, which makes me sick. I tried copying over the city that we've been building on Fridays onto this, but it didn't work because the mods were being a bit stupid, so I'll play with that in the week. But what I'm thinking is we will treat this as like a little single tile challenge for the minute, and we will try building a lovely new city this morning, and we can see how well the game handles it and stuff. Or my computer handles the game and stuff, I mean. So, what should we do? Where should we go? Which of these should we go on? Because we can control the weather. Should we go on the San Francisco map? I think we might go on the San Francisco map because I've never actually played on it, I don't think. So it doesn't look very interesting. I like the ones with the little islands and stuff because they kind of like a bit more limiting than the big, huge area. Tempted by the river delta. Yeah, I've got the big bridge too, Woody, because I foolishly in some of my things thought they might deliver the game in a sensible manner. But yeah, I got the pre-ordery stuff because I was excited for it. I think we might do. Let's do San Fran then because Woody's not got it. So let's do San Fran. Left-hand traffic. What should we call this? We should call this Bury. That's good. Always. Should we do an American version of Bury? Yeah, because we do thingy. We don't need tutorials. Don't need any of that. Let's. Frisco. So let's just pause a sec and just make sure that this is set like that. We want it to be somewhere sunny, so let's say it's the 16th of July, my sister's birthday. Pause a sec. But we got clouds, we got fog, got nice swishy little camera spins. Close that, can't we? It's running a lot smoother. I don't know if that comes across on stream or anything, but it's a lot smoother. A little castle. So we should probably do what you always have to do with this game, which is start off with rubbish tile, rubbish roads. Oh, I don't want that one. Anarchy. Yeah, we don't want those. Don't want that either. Always enable any thingy bobber. No. I want to control that. What's the keybinds issue? No, that's my keybind. No keybind issues. I might just need a restart. Or is that the... I don't know what that is. Anyway, let us open up that. We'll look at this topography and go look at how bumpy it is. Who would have thought that San Francisco is so bumpy? And it kind of leads me to think that we need a road that kind of sweeps this way and then on the back of the hill over into that area that we don't own yet. So if this is a single tile city, we're a bit limited that way, but maybe we'll continue this city. We'll see how we get on. But I need to see how I get on with transferring the city over. See if I can get it to work. Need to make sure we don't spend all of our money. But that at the very least lets us build a little neighbourhood over here or something. So we use another medium road coming off here on the curve for unsafe reasons. But I hope you're good, Woody. I hope you've had a good weekend so far. What should we do? What type of road should we do? I feel like just doing something kind of aesthetic. So kind of a starburst kind of situation going on, maybe. Turn down the sound effects a bit, yeah. Let's put it down back where it kind of was. There we go. That should come out about the same. It's probably inaudible now. I can't hear it. Wasn't paying attention when I put that road in. Yeah, we'll find a balance. This is all brand new. We're testing it out. Let's go with the 15 that we use on everything else. Let's put some more roads in. I can hear that again. What do we reckon to that, Woody? for your assistance. We want to get it. We want to get it right. That not being parallel with the edge of the map is a bit annoying. I'm aware that this is kind of like possibly temporary, but actually, you know what? I'm not gonna put a road following that line because we might extend this out. Depends how much we get on with this city. We are gonna, I think, follow this curve perhaps. Like this. Like that. Just kind of eyeballing it. Not thinking too hard. Oh, sweepy thing going on. So we need some power. Have we got power coming in? We do. So we can just sneak that into there for the minute. Can we squeeze the one on? Bit of anarchy just to connect that in. A bit of anarchy to delete that. So that's the power sorted. And then water. Doesn't really matter because it's the ocean. But we will put these arrows are pointing that way for some reason. So we're going to put in that as far away over there as possible. And put that in as far away as possible that way, which is unfortunate because it's right next to people's houses. And we will just join that up with a little road. Thank you. And then let's turn this on. So we've got a little coast road that we could put in or something. Where's that road heading? That's going to go ahead up there, couldn't it? So we do that. Ooh, can go past that castle, that'd be nice. Like that. So if we wanted to tackle this hill, we can do. But for the minute, we are gonna... Well, let's quickly look. I think might be an idea to look at where the wind's blowing. So the wind is blowing that way, which may very well mean that this needs to actually be industry on this side, which is good because it's right near the entrance of the city. And then we should actually put in some more roady bobs. Housing and stuff. Do I want to tackle the hill? He will boo. Turn it off for a minute. And let us just put in a very simple little bit here. Oh my god, there is cat. Yeah, it's Willowboo. Hey Willow, stroke the willow. She's my little old baby. That one. You're not actually snapping to cell length. There we go. Is it because it's continuous? That's what's going on. No? That's what we wanted. Thank you. Right, so I'm just going to do a really boring grid. Let's keep it quite small though. Let's do the 6 like that. And we will, if we do it 12 like that. Did you use DLSS in my graphic settings? Let's have a look. It's on the automatic. Okay, should we just disable that then, see what happens? Because that's... It's all about playing around. I wasn't minding it, to be fair. It all just feels very swishy at the minute, so I'm just kind of like taking all the swishiness, like just like the camera. The camera feels much smoother. Honestly, I'm not the expert in fancy stuff. I'm not fancy stuff in like high-end graphics and whatever, because this is my first opportunity having something fancy. Just taking it for what it is. So just leave those stubs empty. There we go. So we got a little grid. So we can pop in let's pop in just the normal little houses. And it's not entirely filled in, so we can put some shops there. I didn't actually want you to build massive houses. So let's just control that a sec. These people have just moved in, and I'm forcing them to demolish their houses. The white balance could do with a bit of shifting. So we've got to change it. There we go. No, that's not what it is. It's on the main menu. Whatever. Let's just ignore that for a minute. Sorry folks, I know you've just decided to build your houses, but I'm destroying them. nobody wants to move anymore. Yeah, we go just to control that a little bit better. And then we will pop in some industry over here. By the water. I'm just going to cover up that. Some friend might be going to have some trums. That's a good idea. That is a good idea, Woody. What do we need to get to? I'm going to look at this, please. Thank you. So it's just 3. Let's not unlock roundabouts this time, shall we? Once we get to that, we won't unlock roundabouts on this map. Just to steer into this thing. What's going on here? Because I presume that's Alcatraz. So what's this all about? Where would we do the trams then? Would we need some kind of central kind of thing going on? Or is this going to be built up and whatnot? Because this is kind of like the outside road potentially. And the actual kind of like city centre be kind of maybe up in here we could do. Like put all high density up on these hills and stuff, and that'd be proper San Francisco. It's just like some big horrible grid system in here or something. Let's put in some big shops. Just to swallow that up. Am I putting that in? Yeah, I put the Chinatown stuff in. Exactly what I meant to do. It's fairly San Francisco there, to be fair. Kind of a bit more Louisiana that. Like a bit more New Orleansy feeling vibe. Look at all the detail we've got. These people are living in little houses. Old trailer park style houses. Get rid of that. Streets built on 40-degree slopes. Yeah. I really want to visit San Francisco, to be fair. I love a hill. You need to make this city profitable, because that is always the struggle when you start off with a city. In cities 2 is getting it profitable. So we're just going to keep zoning in with whatever they want. Just leaving these gaps so that we can continue the grid this way. It's obviously not going to fit in. Why have I drawn that? Get these people paying tax. Could plop a building in there manually. Little tiny ones. What we could do is we just upgrade this one. That could be our road in here. If we just go with literally just draw a straight grid. What does that give us? Not too bad. Tiny village. Not a pub, and a petrol station, and the Machlindu, and Church Inn, Heath Pub, which is all nonsense because we're not building a British city. I think we need to go with that, just so that we can control stuff. And then just get rid of all these little doofers. We can put farms in, which isn't quite right for a city. All those things. That's our advanced road tools. Hospitals and recycling. Yeah, I was confused. I don't think I've ever actually looked at that symbol. And death care. But we won't worry about that just yet because we just need to keep going. Oop, we have medium density demand. We've got row housing. So what I think we'll do is if we break those, do what I normally do with my row housing, which is go 5 deep. Like that. I might actually upgrade this road here to be bigger. And we can kind of do that with our grid system perhaps. And just kind of maybe extend that all the way over there. Did you jump when I drew you? No, it's just the... There we go. Like that. Probably draw this as a straight line too. Like that. And then we'll do what I normally do, which is put a little alleyway down the middle. That, and then we do the trick with our row housing, which is not to fill in the end. Lots of people moving in. Just standing around with your dog. Precious. Precious the dog. Pop in another section of industry. Just gonna try and keep it off that main road. Like that. Just looking at that, I feel like I want to put a road in kind of on the diagonal. We need some more low density. So that is got traffic lights everywhere. But it's an American kind of city, let's just go with that. Extend these out so that I've got something to work with. I am wanting to put a kind of a diagonal road up here that kind of cuts through up onto this hill but doesn't go all the way through, so it doesn't connect up to there. It kind of maybe even just goes to there. Just like that, just a... Ooh. Okay, game. You wanted to do a massive K, did you? But yeah, just kind of going up to like this or something. Just to make something... Someone needs to mod in some cats, they do. I'm not sure you'd be taking your cat for a walk necessarily, but I don't intend to agree to that. But I would also like bunny rabbits. Somebody take their bunny rabbit for a walk. That's obviously not going to happen. Let's just extend it that far though, because then we will do this. So this is where our medium is. And then we have the smaller grid down here. And keep that unlocked because we'll have a nice little park or something in there. Let's keep this as, I'm going to plug in some more of that. And then we're going to have this as our little low density. Cat rabbits at your work. Look out kitchen window, sometimes you see a lot of rabbits having a meeting. Cute. I love bunnies. I love bunnies. They get all excited and jump around. My little bunny meeting's cute though. We are consuming all of this demand. Not so much though. there's literally no demand for medium. Let's just mix it up a bit by putting these in on here. You can move that way. Do it like that. Because we can put like a tram up that hill or something. Look cute. Mix it up like that. So much low density demand. I'm trying to build a city here. I'm going to be a little bit sneaky. I'm just going to extend that out with Anarchy like that. And then we're going to connect up to it. It definitely has deer. CS2 definitely has deer because I've seen them walking around. And I think have I seen bears? Or have I imagined that? We definitely do have animals walking around in places. And they just kind of wander through your buildings. Just trying to see if I can spot anything. No tree. So glad CS2 lets you wander around though. The bird. It's a seagull. Hey seagull. We definitely have some. Not that I can see any at the minute. Can't see any. Oop, can't see any. But I'm definitely sure we have some. Keep an eye out, Woody, yeah. Yeah. Do we have a crazy junction? There we go. think we're kind of going to go back to putting low density on this hill, because that's what the game wants. So if we put that middle row back in, might just need to wrangle the zone in. Not unlocked highways yet. So I would make this like a highway so that we didn't have zoning on it. Let's just pop in some more of that stuff there. There we go. And then we're just gonna let's mix it up and have little tiny ponds. And then a bigger one on the end. Ew. Do that so that we can put in actually met all that demand for the minute. A little bit more industry. There and that one and that one. That's all that demand met. Let's continue this road in that direction. Might actually just draw all these little stubs in. Like this. Just so that we can plop a little bit of extra commercial on these. And now this is the fun bit where all of the demand disappears. And I'm going to upgrade that road. Just kind of a cut across, because I think this triangle here is like these are far enough away from each other so that we could have like asymmetrics and stuff. But anyone wanting to get up there can then get across and stuff if they're not too close. Whatever. We are in profit though, which is good. However, if that yellow face and see what people want, they will want hospital. Yeah, unreliable healthcare coverage. But I try not put that in straight away, simply because it costs money. But there we go. What have we got? Bigger housing, perfect. This is when we can start putting the bigger houses and stuff in, and then they can have some hospitals. What have we got? 2 more. Can't do traffic yet, so there's no point worrying about that. Let us put in highways. Let's get it so that we are filling up all that demand first. I want to take. Can we, now that I have what I wanted, what would happen if we upgrade this to be a highway? Which is obviously a bit odd, but 65. This is going to be stoplight city, but I'm just going with the kind of vanilla rather than getting involved in a road buildery stuff, just using the vanilla things to control that zoning, because this is like the main route up here. Obviously I've now broken the water. But keep one little kind of connection, I think. But then maybe we do swap that back just to be like this, so that we're connecting it all. There we go. But I have a little bit of highway there just so that we don't have buildings on that. And then we put these traffic lights back in because we love traffic lights. But then we can all zone all that up as industry. I'm just playing, I'm not worrying too much about what I'm doing. Just try again and build a bit bigger, please. Then we will. We have got these medium density buildings now, so it's kind of like we can get into filling these up with some big American style city buildings. One thing we do need to do is look at our production stuff, because that will make our city more profitable. And I think one thing we should do is put in a little stone mine here. so that we can save folks a little bit of money. And yeah, because I need a little 1 ton thing. And yeah, kind of got a little foresty bit over here. So we're going to grab some spruce trees and a brush, just put them in. They're more expensive, but let's forest this up a bit. I'm putting them on the road. I've got anarchy on. Why have I got anarchy on? Get in there, come on. That. Get rid of anarchy. And then just a little gravel road, like there. And we put a little, always click on that one, put a little forestry area. Forestry area. Thank you. No power because we're not connected because it's not a road anymore. Tidy that up. There we go. A little forestry area. Got more demand for low density now. Should have eaten all that. Pop some more in. And then more jobs. But we are making a good profit now. Ooh, pub. And another pub. And another pub. And another pub. Pubs for days. So you got schools. And pubs. I don't understand what that is. So I think we do need to make them happy now. So putting in a little tiny hospital of some kind. That's how many? 3 ambulances is too small, really. I like this one because it's slightly cheaper, but you can still extend it. And it's still quite small, yeah. Where's that? Petrol station. That one. That one's a bit too small. You pop one of these in. That's going to cover all there. That's kind of like future-proof it though. By popping it in somewhere kind of central. Thinking it would be good to be off one of these roads. Trying to get it to snap onto there. It's a bit deeper than I would like. As pop it there, and we will just do a little kind of roady bob like this. Kind of break up our grid a little bit. And we will grab it again and just flip it onto this road, please. No, please flip it onto this road. Like that. A bit wibbly. Very wibbly. It's San Francisco, it's fine. And we will just kind of fill up that other side with a block. Don't look too closely at the wibbly bobbly land. How are we doing on Twitch? Are we still going? Why is this menu open? Go away. We're still going, man. We're still going. We're still working. They want death care now. So we're now losing money. Let's come into here. It's working at not really enough. So back in here, give it 80. So we're now still losing money, but coverage is now medium, which is okay. We can live with that. Got a few more of these to pop in. No! Stupid game. this needs to swap. Thank you. Fill in those little blocks. Technically these should be like this. Over here, just a little bit more. Just finishing off our little terraced area. And we can just still use these. I think. Thank you. There we go, and now we've got loads of that demand. Need a school next, but let's just keep going. Need to fill all that in. There we go, perfect. Don't actually care about that stuff. Got to petrol station, didn't we? Where is crematorium's in one? Because we really want a crematorium as opposed to a cemetery, perhaps. We could put a cemetery as a central thing, perhaps. That would be cute. They do look nice as parks. Maybe we could put one. Ooh, another pub, and another pub, and another pub, and another pub. Desperate to give me pubs. If we put a cemetery on the top of this hill, it's kind of like a reason why this road didn't continue. So I'm just going to put it there. What I might do is actually put it that way around. It's going to cost us more money, but that's fine. Just pop it that way around. Or not. No. We're just going to... rather than moving it and moving it and moving it and moving it. Can we come off, please? Game, thank you. We are gonna... put in a road, and then we are gonna move it this. And then we will try and get this to look sensible. And let us grab that across there just so that we can grab that. Control H into that. And then we will come out here. Not sure we need a thing like that. Let's put another little node in. And we will move. There we go. What are we up to? 3 more points. And a grill. Where can we get to? Still not unlocked that. But we're getting closer to be able to put trams in. Try to get that to be sensible. And then we can use our retaining wall stuff to sort that out. Schools is next kind of thing, but let us put in a bunch of this stuff. Get that finished off. I'm thinking we could potentially use that one. Just to be different. Got a fire and polizei and obviously all those extra things we keep unlocking. And the willow boo lying on the floor scratching at the carpet. It feels weird putting more low density in. Fire! Fire! Who'd have thought these people with little kind of tiny houses would burn down so easily? What are we looking for fire in this game? That smoke feels nicer. They're saved. The next door neighbours are not doing quite so well. Nino, Nino. What would happen if we put a retaining wall on that side? Ooh, a shadow. Can watch buildings burn down in high resolution. Oh yeah, well they didn't burn down, but yeah, lovely high resolution. You can feel the flames. It feels more visceral. Right, we need to get some more industry in. Let's upgrade this. Yeah. There we go. Cool. A few extra lanes and stuff there. This can get upgraded. Petrol station. I guess it makes sense to have the 5-lane. Like that. One thing I need to do is get kind of a road that carries electricity across here so I can turn that into highway, because this at the minute is our connection for our electricity around there. actually got a kind of a local what's the arterial kind of road. Really, it should be one of these. Maybe connect up to that. Sorry, folks. And how does that get me up there like that? Let's just come straight down here, thinking about it. Come straight down, and what we would probably have is a little road that would parallel this, like that. And then that could then connect up to there. Well, it's not straight. Why are you not straight? Like that or something. People can get to work then without having to go down this main entrance and stuff. Which means we can then upgrade this to being a highway. Upgrade this to being all highway. Make sure there's a stoplight there. And this could be a highway. Do I want to do that, or do I just want to use the 5 lane? Yeah, let's just do 5 lane. Whoop! Camera. Okay. What's that? A petrol station still. Right, so we got a lot of demand. Need to get schools in here. School. What does this look like compared to them? Ugly as hell, but if we put that there, we can build a road around it. I think we might need to extend that out just to allow that ugliness to get handled a bit better. Should come out like that. I'm not going to join up on that side. But this kind of to the middle. Pull it up a little bit. Or maybe we pull it all the way back and then pull it up. Yeah. And then we can kind of block it in with some medium density. We kind of just need to get on with putting in more housing, get more people paying tax and stuff. Annoyingly though, they all want to be living in tiny houses. And you can see by how big my suburban areas and stuff in my other city are, that demand is always massive for low density. Can we just adjust this a little bit? Let's put it down to 80. Down to 80. What else have we got? Death care is obviously handled by that. Why we can't do them separately, I don't know. And we're going to have trash problems if we don't sort that out, but there we go. Let's put in, we put demolish that person's business. I'll put in a little road there. You can come right up to the highway. Whole bunch of industry. Yeah, so that's fine. Actually gonna get rid of those. Ooh, we have these now, don't we? Oh, we don't. We don't, because it's just that. Ugh, it's the next one. What don't we have? We don't have a police station yet. And we don't have garbage. Shall we put a little landfill in? I feel like near this forestry area would be kind of funny. Which way around here? We're going that way around. So we'll just fill up this area. Nice hills of rubbish. Just flatten that out. Might actually set it to that. And then any nodes on this. You can get set to that too. And then we can just fix this terrain. Why this game can't have something more interesting than just a trash pile. Ooh, look, okay. High definition rubbish textures, that's nice. High def rubbish. You can see all the plastic bags. It's worth getting a lovely new PC just to be able to see all the rubbish. Ooh, more demand for stuff. Polaris Sweets. Pop that in somewhere. That one, that one. You are 5 wide, just to be annoying, aren't you? If we could put it in, I'm thinking if we combined it with our row housing, that's what I was looking for, and put the row housing in at an angle like this, or not an angle, but a 90 to what we've had before, and then we can put the Polaris Suites building on here, like that. We're going to swap it around though. Let's put an alleyway in here, and that, and we will swap this around that way. Did that swap around? I don't know. And then this can be more of our row housing going up the hill, because to be fair, the row housing handles going up hills far better than anything else. low density demand. Yuck. Wondering whether this should be low density. Because we could kind of do a little suburb type of situation going on. If we had it like this kind of thing. And then we can grid off of this. Grid off of that like that. Rymedy, welcome in. We've just hit Grand Village. Good timing. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the follow too. Hey guys, how you doing? What have you been playing? Call of Duty. Cool. Lovely. Thank you for the raid. Let's just have a quick look. Ooh, Vesuvius Palace. Nice. Express on the go. Nice. What have we unlocked? Some low rent stuff. Queue, buses. Oh, we got that. Playing some card. Awesome. How did you do? How did that go? Let's go. How did that go? Hey guys. Gnarly. Ryder, hey, welcome in. Autumn, welcome in. Sensei, welcome in. How we doing? Thank you for the follows. We are just building a little city. I got a brand new PC, so we're playing City Skylines on higher settings than ever before. We get to look at a big trash pile in high def now, guys. We got high def rubbish going on, garbage going on, so it's exciting stuff. Let's go. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the follows and stuff. Thank you for the raid. We love a new PC, we do. And we love offices as well. Let's put some offices in. If I've got any space. Put some offices on there, yeah. Let's go though. Where am I from in the world? I am from the UK. I am from the north of the UK. Little old England. Whereabouts are you, Remedy? Where have you been playing COD today? California, lovely. Well, we are building on the San Francisco map as well, so we have the Golden Gate Bridge over here. So we're dealing with some hills. Raid and run, yep, of course. You please go and sort yourselves out because everybody finishes stream for reasons. But yeah, thanks for the raid. Everybody go look after themselves. After Call of Duty in. Thank you very much. But yeah, we're building on a very hilly San Francisco map. We're just starting. We're just testing out the PC, seeing how well it copes on stream and stuff. But yeah, welcome in. Oil, we can get some oil money. We can create districts now, awesome. And what have we got? We've unlocked a little Vesuvius Palace thing, which I don't think really fits in with the vibe. But we have unlocked transport. And
a rapturous riot of flavour, succulent filling, creamy sauce. All wrapped up in the flakiest of flaky pastries in one or both hands.
Hi Boozo, thank you for claiming your daily sausage roll. Please enjoy it on both hands. Hi, you K-Hun, I am K-Hun. Hope you're okay, Boozo. Hope you're okay, my love. We are just kind of vibing and we're testing out this new PC. And we are just building cities and stuff. So let us... Should I put in little tiny blocks on this side just to make it different to the other side? Ugh, camera's getting all squiffy. Yeah, we're just testing out this PC and the high def graphics I can now run. Because I've been streaming for a while, a little while now, and I've only ever played it on low definition because my PC couldn't handle streaming and playing cities at the same time. So yeah, it is fun. I'm just gonna come in here and paint it like this so that we just do little tiny blocks of housing. Kind of a little cheaper. A little bit cheaper for people to afford. You're vibing. Love a little bit of a vibing. Love a vibe. Well, you're welcome in to come and chill out here, Boozo. We're just listening to tunes, building a little city. Putting it in a little crosshatch, kind of checkerboard pattern in. I hate you. The game, not anybody talking. Why have you done that? But yeah, I'm glad you're vibing this afternoon. This is evening, as is kind of now in Australia. We've got low rent, there we go, which we can pop in.
It's just that I like the feeling of thick sausage, 10 inches in old money. Brace myself for this. In it goes.
Hi kitty, thank you for claiming your daily sausage rolls. Please enjoy it with one or both hands. Hope you're well, my love. How many days till uni now? How close are we getting? 7 weeks. That's exciting. Let us put in another little section of industry and offices and stuff. So let's just continue that road. We might actually make this into another, I was going to say into another kind of, what's the word? Arterial. Let's get it centered would be better. So we're having fun angles now, which is kind of fun. You're really excited, or you're really exited. It is exciting. How are you doing with your packing? Have you got anything packed yet? You got any of your stuff that you need to take with you, like your pots and pans sorted? Have you seen that video of all the Nigella clips mashed together to make it sound dirty? I have, Boozo. I probably stole that video and chopped it up into many pieces. I haven't done any packing yet. Okay. Didn't know if you'd got got any of your pots and pans and stuff sorted yet, or? I only say that because I went to IKEA the other day and they had boxes of student stuff. Which made me think of you, kitty. Got 2 towels, a plate, a bowl, 3 cups, and 4 sets of cutlery. That's good. You got something to eat off. What more do you need? You're in self-catering, kitty. You're gonna be feeding yourself. Or are you in catered accommodation? Self-catered, lovely. I wish I'd gone self-catered in my first year at uni. But I thought it was. I didn't know what to expect, so I wish I'd done it because I'm perfectly capable of cooking for myself. It was annoying in the end to have to go get into the canteen and get me dinner. I'm just like, ugh. So you're a smart cookie. This was kinda like we could put in offices and stuff on this hill, and then kind of transition into housing and stuff, and then we just need to figure out a little kind of area for industry, which might really just be putting it in down here, kind of like turn that into more of a substantial road, and then kind of like just pop in somewhere along the edge of this as it sweeps around. You can't really spell. There's nothing wrong with being able to not being able to spell. I can't spell half the time. I can't read half the time, so you know me, kitty, I won't be able to read it anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you don't spell it correctly, because I can't read it anyway. We put in some blobs on this side and laugh at the wobbly terrain. I don't mind those actually going in. There's bigger bit of variation. There's some other things you're gonna take to uni. I'm sure I could imagine. Like books and pens and other things. A laptop. should we do next up here? Need a little bit of a grid going on. Take your PC setup, your blahage, obviously can't even take the blahage. Rainbow chicken. Your girlfriend, you're gonna take your girlfriend? Is she gonna fit in a suitcase? Stick her in a box. Sneak her into holes. And your duvet and your laptop. Ooh, I like that. I like what I've just done here. Doesn't quite line up. But that being there looks quite good. We can just squizzle that so it's completely centered. Yeah, that was good. Okay, then camera you got stuck. Camera, please, thank you. She's going to the same uni as you. That was cute. I went to the same uni as my girlfriend. That was cute. And now we're married. Yeah, so we could have like some kind of fanciness going on here. Okay, I want to upgrade that like this. And this is purely for aesthetics. Because then we can put like trees on it. You're confused? Why are you confused, kitty? Have I confused you? You're aromantic, but you love your girlfriend. Aww. There's nothing wrong with that, because it's all just about finding the right person anyway, if you want to. Because you can find nobody if you want, and you can be happy, whatever. But if somebody makes you happy, then it's like, it's kind of like you're loving, feeling happy rather than necessarily loving a person. But everybody got their own experiences. It's all like there's an experience for as many people as there exist in the world. Everybody can have a completely separate experience. Is what I found. Because I probably felt very much the same, kitty. You do enjoy calling her a lesbian? Well, yeah, it's fun. You read that as aromatic. I bet Kitty's aromatic too. I bet she's got a lovely kind of lemony zesty flavour. So some nice aromatic herbs to go with her daily sausage roll. But to be fair, I thought I was completely aromantic for the longest time because I literally had no interest in any of that kind of stuff. And then I met my partner, my girlfriend, and it kind of like she was my best friend in the world. And it wasn't a kind of like sexual attraction kind of thing like you see in the movies and whatever and stuff, where people are like, oh, I want to jump on them, I want to get in their pants. It was more, I really enjoy hanging out with this person, they're amazing, and it ended up being, I want to spend my rest of my life with this person because they make me so happy and stuff. And so that's what my relationship is, and quite what that fits into, I don't entirely know. And it is far more about wanting to spend all my time with this person, and then she can have completely her own experience, which is completely separate to what my experience is. She knows you're trans, so I call her a lesbian. Yeah, let's go. But yeah, it's just like, come through your own experience through life, and then kind of started properly on my transition journey and everything, and kind of realised that I'm heavily attracted to kind of basically anybody, and it's far more, for me, less about the actual gender identity of the person that I'm attracted to. So I'm not necessarily attracted to specifically men, specifically women, or whatever. It is purely the kind of like the emotional personality kind of connection. So which is why I kind of identify as pan and stuff. And jokingly, I would say I would just snog anybody who's nice to me. But yeah, it's just about going through life and figuring out your own experience and whatever. What makes you happy and stuff. And currently what makes me happy is playing City Skylines on my new computer. And then trying to figure out where to put another industrial area on my tiny little one-tile city. Maybe we could come through here. Or do we just go, this isn't one-tile city, we're just gonna vibe. We're just gonna vibe. We're not gonna restrict ourselves. We're gonna grab these two. We're just gonna chill. And we're just gonna do whatever the heck we want. But yeah, so there was a brain dump. Thank you for the lurk, kitty. You didn't ask for my my brain dump of my experiences, but you got it. So I hope you didn't get too annoyed. Streamer talks too much. Wow. Thank you for the follow, Cabby. Hope you're doing well. It's how I figured out that I could get away with being a streamer. I could pretend to be a streamer is by the fact that I can just talk constantly to myself, and you guys have to listen. Obviously, you could stop watching. You could just go somewhere else. But just talk. And there's nothing you can do about it. As we can see, I'm just drawing a bunch of roads without really thinking about where they're going. Because as advertised, I'm a very shy person. Hi, Cabby. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming and saying hello. This song is such a vibe. I am doing well, my love. We are playing cities. We're just chilling. We're just vibing on a Sunday morning in the UK. It's sunny outside, but we're playing inside on our computer. I'm just gonna turn that up a little bit. I just looked at myself on the screen. It's a little bit dark, so let's turn that up because I think because the sun's now coming in from behind, it's kind of sunny. I might go for a walk later. That would be cute. Let's get us some more industry in here. Still losing money, which is kind of annoying. There are too many songs that reference Jeffrey Dahmer, I've decided. Got a little advert coming along in a minute, but I hope you stick around, folks, because I am just going to be here for a little bit longer. What are we up to? 10:30, so we've got like another hour and a half anyway, before I've got to go to get some food shopping, decide what I want to eat for the week. So we've got a few little traffic lights, more than we need. Really, these could just like go straight through on all of them. And we could kind of like ban right turns on these. There's no reason for people to be turning right. And kind of ban left turns on them, perhaps. So it's all just people going down the hill. If you want to go up the hill, you just go the opposite way or something. There we go. Should I just do that on there to get that off? Yeah, so it's just a much simpler little bit of road. And at the bottom, we can upgrade that to be... I think we should probably switch it to be a highway. That might be fun. Like that. That should hopefully get people moving through there a bit faster. I'm gonna disappear very quickly, guys, just to go get another drink. Should have done that whilst the ad was on, but I'll be back. Oh, no, it's just started, so I'll be back in a second. And back again. I could have left you on something more interesting to look at, couldn't I? Ooh, look at all this demand coming in. Good. Let's just keep filling this in. I think we'll mix up kind of like the medium density and this high density stuff. I can't really see that green. Is there a green bar there? I think that bar's green. I can't actually see it. Or is that just my eyes? Here it is. See? There we go. You can see it going down now. Grandma with her eyesight can't see colours on screen. Just fill that in, please. Come on. I've lost interest in how big a building you build. Still losing money, which is not good. But we are in the position that we could put trams in, which could be cute. Where would our tram network go? What am I doing for electricity? We're just importing it at the minute, which is probably why we're not making any money. Because we can't afford any of them. Yeah, it's expensive. How much are we using? 26. So we would need at least 5 of them, which is not great. That would obviously do us forever, or not forever, but probably forever on this tile. Can we see how much it's costing at the minute? That is probably a good idea. Electricity 262. So yeah, you're very clever with this game, Woody. You actually think about it properly. So obviously we're going to save money by building a wind farm. Even if we just built like 6 of them, we're still saving money. Maybe we build a wind farm. You can't build them in water, can you? Or can you? You can. You can. You can't. You can. But it's too unpowerful. I've got anywhere in the city that actually makes sense anyway. No. It's rubbish. Literally nowhere in the city that gets 5. Yeah, so wind power doesn't look like it's going to be good. Annoyingly. If we got the small coal power plant, we would at least be saving stuff. Let's give it a go. I don't really like the small coal power plant, but we'll give it a go. Because we can't could take a loan out, and we could sell some then, because we'd be making way too much. I might do that. Let's take a loan, which would be, let's go up to $500,000. And like that. And then we can buy the gas power plant. which makes us way too much energy and is far larger than the corn. Tempted to put it down here instead. Just destroy a bit of the stuff I've already done. But put it down here simply so it's a bit closer to the highway. I might also give it its own little kind of cut through road or something, just so it can get its deliveries better. Might end up profitable, that was my thinking. I was just thinking that we could get a little sneaky little road in here. Maybe we could build a little off cut, a little off ramp or something here. Just clear this space a bit. Do that, and we can get this put in. Where are we going up to? Just the very end of that. Nubbin. So this being the idea that we could put that in. And fix up our roads. That can come along that side but not actually connect. Might do this. I'm gonna move that road away from here. Like that-ish. And give that an extra little bit of space there so we can put our power lines and stuff in. If we need to, because we need to be connected to the outside. So we do actually need to get to there. We might be a little bit sneaky and I need to key this in outside of the map. Just follow this highway. And badly interact with that. But that will let us sell. And then hopefully that will let us kind of like get power over there with the little thingy bobber. But I was just thinking we could be a little bit sneaky and just put a little tiny turn in. Just for the gas deliveries to get in a bit easier. Not that one, link connector there. No straight on. Remove unsafes. And hope because that's past that junction. Anybody who wants to get up here will hopefully go around and stuff. So that's really just like the gas deliveries and whatever. So if we do end up with traffic on there, it's not going to affect our power. So, and that, we're now producing loads and exporting that. And hopefully that's going to disappear. Because we're exporting it. Yeah, so hopefully this is all going to balance out a bit better. Still importing, but we're getting rid of that much. Just leave it for a second. No point staring at it. Come back in here. And might continue that alleyway across here. But that was the other thing I wanted to sort out. Was just thinking about trams. Oh, there we go. We're in profit again. Was trammage and working out where and how they're getting around this city. Because we could have them coming down this road and around and then back up. Or along here, because we don't want them touching this, because this is like the main drive in. So this road here that's cars, that's not going to be trams. Whereas this is secondary. So that would make sense. It is just how they get drowned. Tiny town. Lobsters. Steak. And mixed housing. We don't got mixed housing yet. And mailboxes and radios. And then the next question is, where do we put the tram depot? Because I was thinking maybe like down here would be cool. Landmarks, yeah. And that. We might as well come in here. And we can grab this, trains and trams. So tram depots are quite small. So we could squeeze one in like here. If we bought these tiles and then figure out what's going on down here. It's a lot of taxis. Kinda need to work out exactly this route. looking over here, and I kind of feel like this is the other part of town where we will go eventually. Trams hype, yeah. So a bit of anarchy, just go. If this was like a waterfront, like that, then we would have like another road going up this hill, connecting to that. Maybe that could continue anyway. Like down here, the trams could go from over here, so like down here something, up there, down this road, and along the waterfront, and then kind of connect back up here or something onto this, and then loop round, and that would be our little loop or something. Or they could just, trams could just be on this road and just on that road, and then just going backwards and forwards on that. Along the pier, turn around, come back again, and go up, back again. That feels correct to me. If we were going to continue building the city, we could have like a wharf and stuff, and it'd be very San Francisco-y. And then this road would come out this way or something. Have a turnaround down here for the trams. This feels correct. So we grab that tile. And we grab that one and that one. I might just anarchy that. And we might just anarchy that one because we're not going to build on there just yet. So just anarchy the trams into there. I kind of want to continue that road across there, but kind of like it breaking because of that. Sound that feels funny. If we do those two. And we can come down here, put in a tram depot by the highway, something like that. Squeeze it in this corner. Like that. And then that tells us what roads we need to build. Where we need to build them. But then we got like a little tram track. It could come out of there. Kind of fancy doing this. Like that. And then the trams will come onto here. What I want, and we might have to use Road Builder for this, is those trams in the middle. So I think it is that road. Do we need large roads? Do I need to kind of that's what I want. I want to still have 2 lanes of traffic. I Don't know if this is what I need. Because again, I don't normally put trams in, so I've kind of forgotten. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So we've still got the 2 lanes of traffic, and the trams go in middle. Or it's like that, the trams go on the outside. If I'm a tram stop then, goes like that. Yeah, that's kind of what I want, I think. I don't like that for pedestrians though, is the thing. I don't like it for pedestrians, it's not very nice. Get rid of these little lights. Yeah, we're losing money again because probably this is costing us money. Let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. So we're going to come in here and apologise for these people. It's not the most dramatic thing we've done this week. Not like we're bulldozing the houses for a canal. Let's redraw that path, do we? This is our trammy road. This waterfront, I kind of want to keep it to the single. If we put a tram on, I think it's going to be able to turn around new. So let's give them a little turn around. But there we go, there's a tram line. And then we demolish that out. And they go, oh no, there's not a tram stop down there anymore. And that's, where's our main route? It's here. So let's put a stop just kind of one away. And then put one in the middle of here. Maybe like there. And then one away from that, up here somewhere. And that's kind of all we've got for the minute. So we will click from there to there to there. So I need you to probably come down all the way down here. Cool. Come along down there. Oh, you don't like that because you want to go back into the same stop. I got two stops on the same side. No, it's just doing it wrong. Yeah, I can't turn around. I need to turn around down there. Right. Need to turn around down here. There we go. So I've got lots and lots of traffic lights have gone in. Oh my god, there is tram, Woody. We've got a tram. We've got a tram. Tram line 1 is free. It's gonna be Woody red. Why not? And what we're gonna do is make this look a bit nicer, a bit less ugly. I'm just gonna get rid of all this parking on this road. Also going to just kind of get rid of some of these crossings. Just kind of like rationalize that a bit. So it's kind of a pointless tram at the minute because it doesn't really get you anywhere. But we now have all this area which we can fill in with stuff. Let's just check something. I always press that because I've got two PCs now. It's just confusing me. Yeah, so we are still kind of in sync with stream. So stream's going really well, despite running this on super high. Look at all these people parking. I'm just ignoring car parks at the minute. Let us also finish this area again, because we demolished half of it. To put in that power plant. We are still losing money. Service upkeeps is still costing us a lot. Like, healthcare is really expensive. It was so close to being on the bubble. Obviously the loan is pushing us over the edge, but we will get that back eventually. That is basically breaking even. High crime. High crime. Can't afford to build one. Crime. Crime. Maybe. Hey, Super Cat Boy, how you doing? How's it going? Weird. It's very wibbly. Just grab that node and see if we can just lower this road a bit to make it make sense. Oh, that doesn't need to get lowered then. There's be a steep hill there. That just makes a little bit more sense. Whee. And I'm just going to turn this strength down because I don't mind that little bit of a hill. Presumably people will be happier now when the police are here. Lack of entertainment. Stick it up to 100. Why not? Who needs money? We can probably try popping in one of these little puppy buildings and stuff that we've got, because it increased its attractiveness and stuff for free. Put one in there like that. Pretty little building. I doubt there's anybody on the bus route, on the tram route. No. So we're going to run less trams because there's literally no point in being here. Now the obvious thing would be that it work harder for us, and we could connect it up down here and then have it come along this little bit and then back up onto there, perhaps. Thus then people can use it to get to work. Bonk on the mic. Whoever mic is. You can build under there because it's underneath the highway. Cute. Lovely model. That pub one. Did I miss your comment? The Heath pub. It's very pretty. The Heath. Oh, the bins and the barrels. Ooh, an upstairs beer garden-y bit. Interesting. I feel like the function lounge or something's probably up in upstairs, isn't it? Upstairs, and then there's like little toilets here, and you go through the corridor and sit out on the little smoking area, perhaps. Not sure about the beer garden being on the opposite side of the car park. Having to walk across the car park with your beer. Feels a bit dangerous. Our first bit of traffic. Obviously it's because there's a traffic light here. Now nobody's really turning right. Because why would we want them to be turning right here? So we could just make this an inn to the city. and then out that way. And then if you wanted to get out from over here, you had to go around there. Maybe not. Nobody should be turning left up there, really. It could probably be handled by just by taking the traffic lights off for the minute. Really? We did that. And we tried the priority tool again. It never seems to work. Don't know why that's costs money. Yeah, see? Idiots. And then they all go down there and get stuck there, which is fine. Not just a shadow or a tear. Just a dodgy looking shadow. You didn't stop. More demand, which is good. We love demand. As the crime is going down, that's costing us a lot of money at the minute that we're not getting back. I doubt there's anybody actually on it. Yeah, it's a pointless, it's a folly. There's literally no point having built that. Other than the fact that we wanted to build a tram system. What does a large petrol station look like? We're going to put a large petrol station in here. Smooth animation's nice. There's a lot of taxis. I think we need our own taxi depot at some point. Where did we have to demolish there? How was it? Put that path back in at some point. Yeah, we need this tram to work better. So let's take another little sneaky little loan. Just so we can get this tram working better for us. Ew. Pause a sec, because otherwise we're going to break our water. Oh, it's, yeah, maybe a water or sewage, I can't remember. Key. Maybe. There we go, we just have to redraw that perhaps. Let's get that in. Oh, I don't want to go there actually. I didn't want to go up there, I want to come down here. And then come up that one. Should probably be doing that without Anakin, but a bit late now. And then this one, we just go back down. Just get rid of Anakin. Yeah, sorry folks. Because then we can put a tram line along here. Along this road and then back up here. I might end up having it go both ways. So, if we then grab this and we can pop in a tram stop on, let's put it on here like that, and then we'll put one in the middle of here like that, and then we'll put one there. Oh, couldn't we go directly in the middle? Go directly in the middle. So people can actually get to work now. And let us get rid of the parking on these. So, on the tram line, I'm going to move that one over here. And hopefully be able to pull that one over here. Now it's going up here. Put that on there. And then it turns left. Amazing. So you've got a proper little tram loop now. Which will hopefully entice people to use it a bit more. But then we can put in the opposite way. Which would be literally can't get my brain out how to start that. Going this way and then go down there, but we're not going down just yet. Yeah, because this is kind of like doubled, so they just need to follow the same path. And then back up again. And a waypoint down here, like that. There we go. And then back up the hill. And then down here. Have I completed it? No? Yes? Yes. And we make this one blue. There we can emboss. And we put these roads back in again. More jobs. Camera's going a bit squiffy. That's caused by me using the same mouse across two computers. Can we get a park in before we run out of money? I think I'm trying to put it somewhere near these high density stuffs. Maybe a couple in. Just to try and hit as many people as possible. Like that. Wasn't that far away from making a profit, really. I'm sure we could like tax our way out of it as well. looking at where this road's going, it feels like it would make sense for it to kink here, connect up to that, like that. Just possibly a bit nicer. I've done these little stubs so they don't actually connect in, and I kinda want them to. I feel, maybe not there, but definitely on these ones, I kind of feel like I actually just want them to connect. And I can sort out the ends and get rid of the crossings and stuff. Why do you not want to go in? Let's do that on that one. And then here we'll do a similar kind of thing. Where we do that. How is our trams doing now? Yay, we got people on our trams. Going to work and stuff. Let's get rid of these crossings. Like that. Get rid of them. That. Don't need quite so many crossings on the road. We can do that or something. Just reduce the number of crossings on either side of the where the tram stops are. Ooh, we're getting down. We are getting closer to not having no money. But entertainment is abundant now. Mail service is rubbish. Because it doesn't exist. What's going on here? There's a bit of a gap. Almost in the Blackwoody, correct. And almost profitable. Because the upkeeps haven't changed. That's still costing us just as much money. I think we're just making a little bit more taxes. Healthcare obviously costing us a bunch. But I think the trams are starting to, well, not pay for themselves because they're free. I could probably 100k in loan servicing. Yeah. 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 What we got left to pay on that? A lot. Profit! Come on, let's go. Got demand for the bar coming in. This was a messy thing that I just did. I feel like that shouldn't connect there at all. We should just connect here. Just need to wait for some money to actually come in. Come on, money. -1. 23. $480 is what we need. Or we could just take a loan. Could put in some little ones like this just to meet some of that demand. That's where we're going to put roads. No point putting anything there. Like this. Like this. More high density residential coming in. Just about see it. There we go. 480. Like that. And we can demolish that silly little bit. Should it be like this? We get rid of that connection, but that connection goes there. I'm going to save a sec because I haven't actually saved at all for 3 hours. Just wanted to try and mess with this a bit. I can't actually get in here and modify this at all. I was just trying to get in to try and extend this out a bit, but I think that's probably a bit closer. To what I wanted. I was trying to make that node bigger, but it wasn't really playing. Get rid of this kink that I've put in now. Got a massive demand for low density, not high density, not the low density. High density. Just plopping that in these little bits where it's on its own. Oh, no controls for CS1 is really good if you use that. I have not used that. I played CS1 on my Switch, which had literally no features at all. And then when we've played CS1 on stream, I've just played it completely vanilla, except for crowd control. I did briefly play with Move It, I think, on one of the last ones we played CS1. But yeah, just being able to expand that. That's an annoying shadow. Can we fix that with now that I've messed with this? To tear in the matrix. I'm just confusing this tram. So we need to lift that up. There we go. Can you get rid of that tree? Can I get rid of that tree? Thank you. It's 78 people. People going home from work. Traffic, yay! I love traffic. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this. Ugh. It makes me just want to go, I just want to put a roundabout on here. I also really want to build 2 little trumpets on here too. trumpets for days. That'd be hilarious. Do they need to be separate? Probably. Keep putting some stuff in. We haven't got very much demand for commercial, but maybe we can get a little block in. So many taxis. Oh, money. Don't tell what he. I can't be bothered waiting around with this game. I'm just trying to have fun today. Normally, you know, I hate alone.
Ask not for whom the Venga bus is coming. It is coming for thee. Nobody ever does that one. Thank you, Buzo. Nobody ever does that one. You're on the sausage board. Love to see him. 13. Unlucky for some, but not for Buzo. How is Shay always one or two on all the boards? Yeah, I think it's because Shay turns up and then runs away. Shay's all about getting the redeems then.
Just a little sneaky little trumpet thing. Fake fan, yeah, 100%. No, we love Shay. What are you talking about? She's obviously a busy bee. Obviously super busy. Just like got places to be. Can't be hanging around for longer than to do a redeem. Love them. Here we go. What do I need to do? Got an extra turning lane there, which I don't necessarily need. You know what? We're going to do that. We're going to have that. We're going to have 2 exit lanes. Two exit lanes. So that people can get out faster. Like this. And then we'll upgrade that. This is a bit squiffed. I wonder if we can redraw that a little bit. Number 1 Shanghai Boulevard. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck's going on here. You know what? Let's take that out. We will do that as a 2-way. Like that. And then this can come in here. It's insanely messy, but let's not worry about it. Go in there. That go in there. Just trying to get this done. Thank you. Oof, there we go. No right turn. Okay. You think that's a right turn, do you? Okay. Fine. Right. So we can unpause and let that work itself out. And Boozer wants to put number 1 Shagofan Boulevard. So I think that probably makes sense to be our lovely tram road. Number 1 Shy Girl Fan Boulevard of Broken Dreams. There you go, Puzzle.
written down. Lovely tram going up it. A whole bunch of people here wanting to go to work. And with the lovely HD graphics we can see what lovely outfit they're wearing, like Thomas Denny here. He's got his lovely lime green and magenta fuchsia coloured sports top on. Lovely. And the Denny family. Oh, cute, they're gay. Oh, cute. I found a gay couple. Little old gay couple, little old people. Cute, love it. Love it. Aww, cute. I love him. Actually, where's he gone? Where's he gone? He's on here. Oh no. I've lost him. I lost him. I can't see him. Should have followed him. Should have. Or an A couple. They couple. Potentially. We haven't. Honestly, I did not ask their pronouns, which is kind of rude of me. But I don't know where they live now. I'll have to keep an eye out for them to get off the bus, off the tram. Have I even clicked on the right thing? Yeah. I presume they're not going to get off. No. Nobody wants to get off there because they're going to work. Keep an eye out, folks. Thomas! Follow. We're going to follow Thomas. He was born in 2020. Just not very senior.
A rapturous riot of flavour, succulent filling, creamy sauce. All wrapped up in the flakiest of flaky pastries in one or both hands.
Hi Gray, thank you for claiming your daily sausage roll. Please enjoy it one of both hands. We just found a possibly gay couple in our game, which we're very happy about. Found Paul and Thomas. Hey lovey. So we're just following Thomas, who is off to work. His rather fetching outfit. How's my weekend been? It's been good, my lovey. It's been. I'm excited for the new peak update tomorrow. Such a vibrant top. Yeah, I hope your weekend's been good. I hope work's been good to you. Here he is, he's at work. Steelsaurus, he's a steel worker. And he took the tram to get to work. We love to see it. Can we go find Paul? Paul is inside the house. Is he? No, he's here. It's Paul. Paul's a businessman, look at him. He's got the skinny tie on, he's got the skinny jeans, the skinny work trousers on, skinny chinos. He's got a little beard as well. Oh, they both got beards, they're both blonde with beards. They need to get a dog. Ale Grace and pie is sweeter than a cuppa with 3 sugars. That's true, Gray. That is true. That is true. You're not sweet, isn't it? Why are you not sweet this weekend? Yeah. Ooh, there's ducks over here. What's going on? What's going on over here? There's just a load of people lying on the floor. Just all chilling, T-posing for some reason. Doing kind of aerobics. This person's had a mischief. Oh, they just sat down, it's fine. This is the kind of stuff you miss out on when you this is the kind of stuff you miss out on when you've not got a high resolution computer. This person is doing yoga in the middle of everybody else. Advert. Sorry, Gray. See the sky, it's lovely. You got any people doing yoga on this side of the building? No. Oh, maybe just a few people lying down. But yeah, that's working really smooth now. Can grab these nodes a little bit. Really any nights happen, yeah. Just gonna try and just reduce these down a touch and confuse those taxis. I'm quite enjoying this map, to be fair with you. And this little thing that we've done, all these taxis have had a collision. I have pressed the thing doing a screen capture somehow. Right. Gray is not going to like this at all in the slightest. So I am very sorry, Gray. I'm very sorry. But it is kind of time for me to go and do my food shop and go get my weekly shopping done. You didn't miss anything, Ray. We were just watching people do yoga on the front of their house. A little doggo. So we've got a lovely apartment building. We were just watching people just doing yoga and stuff. It was nice while it lasted. Yeah, I'm sorry, Gray. But I'm going to save, and I think we can safely say that my lovely new computer is working well. You got your daily sausage roll, Gray. So, click onto here. I will go and see about trying to find somebody to raid into. Who is currently going? Well, they're going because we know that. And British Compliment is one of your favourite all-time redeems. I love that. I'm glad. I would go there, but they're playing that. No. Why are they playing that game? Ew. Who is playing cities? I would go there, Gray, but I want to try and go some... Oh, we had a lovely raid today from somebody completely new, which was very nice of them. So I kind of want to go and kind of continue that by kind of dropping into somebody new. Just funny for my reaction. I know. I want to try and drop us into somewhere interesting. That's not very good either. So, similar size. Right, what we're going to do is there is a Among Us collab going on. So let's just go have a quick nosy at that to see how long they've been going for. Yeah, so V and Whimsical Bee and some other folks are playing Among Us. So we're going to go say hi to Whimsical Bee because they're cute, because we did some stuff during PCU with them. So that's cute. I'm going to drop them a little stream message. Thank you for being here, Woody. Ooh, I just done not Boomtown whilst we were off the screen. But thank you for being here, Tupuzo. Thank everybody for doing your redeems and stuff, my lovies. But I will be back on Friday, definitely, and we will try. I'm trying to try and get my original city working on my new PC in the week, and so we can actually continue that. So if I can't get that working, we'll just come back here and do some more San Francisco. But thank you everybody for being here. Yeah, I got a new PC, Grey. Currently, this is 2 PCs that I'm currently running. I've got City Skylines running on my new PC, and I'm capturing all that on my stream PC, which is the one that I was using before. So we've got a 2 PC thing going on here, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, I built it myself, so I'm really proud of myself. But I will love you all. I will be back on Friday. Bye bye.